Welcome to my show. My name is Marcell Johnson, and this is a fitting experience. Man, I'm so thankful, man, that my brother and my sister, you know what I'm saying, came through to kick it with us and to drop some gems, man, on marriage, on food, on business, on just entrepreneurship. There's so many things that we're going to uncover in this interview. But first and foremost, I ask you guys to comment. Like, let us know what you got from the episode. Subscribe to the channel so you can come along for the journey. And then like this video because, you know what I'm saying, it's dope. Yeah. But I thank you, man, so much. Like, first and foremost, the reason why this whole show is developed is to honor people. So I just wanted to take time to honor you guys, to say I see you, God sees you, y'all are doing an incredible job, all the different spiritual warfare you're fighting through, just to hold together a marriage, but then to be business owners, and then to be parents. There's levels to this. Like, there's rewards in heaven that's being built for all of your efforts, all of the blood, sweat, and tears that's going into it. And I'm just here to just be a little bit of God's voice to say, man, good job and keep this up. But I want to introduce y'all correctly. Can I do that?
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
Yeah, and my bro brought me the fitted hat. So I wanted to be intentional about showcasing this the whole time. So if y'all want something, make sure y'all hit my bro up. All of his information is going to be in the description. Tap in. You feel me? All right, let's go. So we got my brother Nolan.
Yes, sir.
We got my sister Asia. You feel me? Cook. And this is business owners of food service management, Cook's culinary management, and Cook's catering. Did I say that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, you did.
Let's go. You know what I'm saying? The boys always ready. Let's go. All right. So first and foremost, how did y'all come up with the names? I know it's so funny the last names is Cooks. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what they do, cook. But more than cooking, you serve.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how did you discover, how did you start this business?
I would just say it comes from my passion. You know what I mean? Just from growing up, watching my grandma cook.
Okay.
And just watching TV and stuff like that. But, you know, throughout the years and stuff, I found a passion in cooking. You know what I mean? And once I met Asia, you know, it's like everything, God put that light on and just say, you know, it's time.
Wow.
You know, but I didn't know how to go about it. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I just knew I knew how to cook.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about cooking. Any family event, you know, they call me, no, what you making, you know, and it wasn't until I found her until everything else just came abroad, you know, so.
Yeah.
It was just crazy, you know, it was crazy. So I would just say it was really just finding the niche into wanting to do something for yourself.
Yeah.
But also to find a niche that you got somebody with you that's going to go to the next level with you. You know what I mean? That sees your dreams throughout. You know what I mean? The ending is possible. Is endless. You know what I mean?
Can I piggyback?
Mm-hmm.
So just from what he's saying, it's everything in a nutshell. Where I came in, you know, God says, "He who finds a wife finds favor."
Come on.
And if a wife is God's favorite thing that He's gifting to a man, then that means He's adding into that man's life. So when I met my husband, I was already doing my own thing as an entrepreneur.
Okay.
Because I was pursuing my dancing career at the time.
So you're a dancer.
Yeah,
knew.
My previous career path was I was a professional dancer, so I danced background for Tiana Taylor. I danced for a bunch of artists around Pittsburgh.
Wow.
You know, and then when I met him, I was on tour. I was going on tour after we started dating.
Yo.
So he really held me down while we were on tour. That was a big part of my life.
Yeah.
And when I came back, I told him, I was like, well, what do you want to do? And he was like, I want to cater. And I said, well, let's do it. Because prior to me having the dance career, I had a career in financing and banking.
Come on.
So I had
experience.
I had an administration background and a financing background. So
I love it.
I just really, God told me, let him focus on the passion part of it.
Yeah.
And I'll do the back office stuff. And I have the patience. I have the patience to research and to learn and to grow and to build.
Yeah.
And so when God just brought us together, and I had the willingness to serve Him, so us coming together, we just took it and ran with it, and we sat there. I remember sitting in the living room, and we're like, what are we gonna name it? What is it? What's the name of the company gonna be?
Come on.
And we sat there and said all this stuff.
We said all this stuff, and we just like, what about Cook? Like, you know what I mean? Like Cook's Catering.
That's our name.
You know what I mean? Like, we was like, it don't sound too bad. You know what I mean? So the next step was, all right, we got to come up with a logo. Come up with a color. Like, you know somebody that do that? You know what I mean? And she actually did know somebody who does that.
Yeah.
His name is Sean Green.
Shout out Sean.
One of her close friends. Shout out to Sean, man. We appreciate you so much, man. Nothing we do goes unnoticed, and every time people see that logo, like, you're a part of that as well. You know what I mean?
Got the logo and everything from there.
The rest is history.
Yeah.
So I just want to say, man, like, before y'all even seen us on screen, behind the scenes, it's a whole different situation too. But I was telling bro, like, man, what would you do without her? Like, there were certain questions. He was just looking at me, and he'll look at her like, you just answer him. I don't know. So, man, I just really love the fact that y'all vibe off each other. Y'all have a genuine relationship. It's not based off of clout. It's not based off of money. It's not based off of anything but God, and it shows. It's so organic, and it blesses somebody like me to be able to see that, because I'm all about unity and building people together. So it blesses me. But I want to get into this dancing career. Was you like twerking and stuff like that? Like, what type of dancing was this?
That's funny, because when I tell people, like,
come on,
my wife, she was a dancer, they be like,
was it stripping? Was it dancing? Like, which one was it?
I always have to give the disclosure that I wasn't a stripper. I trained professionally since I was a little girl. I started dancing when I was like 10, 11.
So it's a real deal for you.
Yeah, my mom, I started out with the Garfield Gators. That's when I was like,
hey, I remember Garfield Gators was like a thing, especially the cheerleaders.
And I loved dancing. I fell in love with it there. And then around that time, I lived in Garfield. And I don't know if you remember, on Black Street, there was a school called Rogers.
I do.
I auditioned for Rogers, and
it was like a talented school, like an art school.
It's a little sister school to
Kappa. Yep.
So at that time, when it was in Garfield, I auditioned. And, that's when I made it into the school, and the instructor was one black teacher, and he told my mom, he was like, she naturally has the gift. Go put her in classes so that she can keep up with the other students as far as the technical side of it. Yeah. So my mom put me in classes, and then from there I danced all my life. Like, I just always danced. And then once I graduated high school, I had my daughter by the time I graduated high school. So I just wanted to figure out a way that it still fit me, because dance for me wasn't Alvin Ailey. Dance for me wasn't going to New York. That wasn't me. I'm a performer. Like, I like to perform. So I found my niche.
I love that.
And at one point, I decided to just pursue it wholeheartedly. Like, in Pittsburgh, I was the captain of the Pittsburgh power dance team. When we had the arena football going on, I was a captain for 3 years. Wow. I went down to Miami and auditioned for the Heat right when we started dating.
I was at home watching it on YouTube in the finals.
Bro, this is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm saying. This is what people don't know. This is why I love this show, because it allows people to be honored and showcase your, you know what I'm saying, your testimony, what you've been through.
Yeah, I want to say something. Before we started recording, you were saying, you made a comment. You said, you guys are hidden in God. So people don't really get to know us or see us. And a lot of people really don't get to know me, because the woman who I've become more, not isolated, but God just has me doing what I'm doing. I'm very discreet.
Yeah.
And it's so funny, the switch that happened, because before him, I was like always in the limelight. I was like always. Everybody knew Asia. And then I got married, and we pursued our company together, and I pretty much pushed him to the limelight. Like
you be the face of it.
Yeah, and
you
I'm
play the background.
I know what I'm doing in the back, you know.
That's
and
funny.
It's just, it always makes me laugh, because then when people really start to get to know me,
you're really
whoa.
Yeah, she's really the star of the show. Like, bro is the star, but like, she's a leading role.
Y'all just don't know. This is the
y'all
engine.
don't know. Yeah, y'all don't know. It's she's really the one. You know what I mean? But do you ever feel like you had to sacrifice your career for that? For like being a mom and being a part of that?
There are times where I definitely feel like, because I mean, it's a sacrifice overall. Yeah. But there are times when I feel challenged by it. Like, oh my gosh, you know, I see other people, like my peers who are touring or
touring.
You know, there was as new artists comes out, there's new opportunities. So when new artists comes out and they want dancers,
you're like me.
Yeah, like that would have been me. And it's so funny. I tell my husband all the time, like I can't go to. It's hard for me to go to concerts because when I sit there and watch, I'm not watching the performers, the talent. I'm watching the dancers. Like I'm like.
That's so funny because everybody sees things differently. It just goes to show everybody has a different perspective on life. Because I never even pay attention to the dancers, really. You know what I mean? But for you to be a dancer, that's really what you're focused on.
Yeah, that's what she did.
And that's like it heartbreaks you. It's like a heartbreak for you. Wow. So, bro, how do you kind of compensate for that to make sure that she's not, you know what I'm saying, too weighed down with the pressures of the business and not being able to fully live her dream?
Well, it's sacrifice as well on my end.
Come
you know
on.
what I mean? I have to let her be herself on who she was before she met me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If you don't do that, then you're just wasting that person's talent. You know what I mean? Or you're wasting that person's dream or what God instilled in them. You know what I'm saying?
Back.
Yeah, you have to sit back. Yeah. So, I encourage her to keep dancing, keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Keep booking classes on dancing and stuff like that. And, when the time is right, you gonna get on that stage. Her favorite artist to want to perform with is T-Pain.
Yeah, that's like a dream of mine.
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah.
Shout out T-Pain. If you see this video, man. You see
she's gonna get up there with him.
She gonna
get. You know what I mean? One day.
He's been someone I wanted to perform with for forever since back when he came here.
Wow, how come?
I knew the talent on the stage. It's just I love his music. I love his energy. He's a dancer himself. So
yeah, he is.
I like everything. But when you watch a concert, when I'm watching it, I'm watching the set. So I'm watching how they change the songs, what songs they go into, the energy.
Wow.
So I like his set. I like how he has a performance going.
Yeah.
So,
it's like
one thing, not to cut you off, but one thing that attracted me to her
was
I seen her Instagram, she was dancing.
Wow.
I used to look on Instagram like,
how long ago was this? How did y'all meet?
This was about 7 years ago.
Was this in the DMs? Like, is that how?
This was what I actually, man, listen, this was like Instagram, just like starting out.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I'm just scrolling through it or whatever. My boy's over my house, and I'm just like, yo, look at this chick right here. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, who's that? I'm like, her name is Asia, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, I'm going to get her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but before that, like, God was instilling something in me saying, like, when I was just looking at her all day, being a creep. You know what I'm saying? What they call it nowadays. You know what I'm saying? What they call it nowadays. But God would just, it was just something about her. God was just telling me, like, you're going to marry her.
They say when you know,
you know what I mean? Like, you know. Yeah, you know. Yeah, and it's the same story every single time. You know what I mean?
So how did you officially, like, shoot your shot?
Down Savoy, I seen her.
Savoy's a meeting place, like a lounge in Pittsburgh, downtown Pittsburgh. Downtown Pittsburgh. So Savoy.
Yeah, I used to go down to Savoy a lot because my sister April, she used to work down there.
Okay.
And stuff like that, and she used to have all the girls around her and stuff like
shout
that.
Shout out April.
Yeah, shout out sis. So one day we was in there, and she just comes walking. I was known for April's little brother.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when they say, oh, what's up, April? You know what I mean? That's what I was known for. So I seen her one day, and I'm like, is that her? You know what I mean? My man was like, yeah. So I gave her a hug, and my sister was like, oh, Asia, let me meet you to my brother.
Yeah.
This is Nolan, you know what I mean? And then she was like, hey, you going to XO after this? XO, after hour club, like back in the day.
Right, yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'm going. She's like, all right, well, take my number when you come. I said, all right. When she gave me the number, I said, that's it. That's it. Like,
meanwhile, God already planted the seed in your mind, and you was finally able to,
and then,
you know what I'm saying, see
after
results.
That, like, everything was just history after that. It just fell into place. Like,
that's beautiful, man. Like, this is what I'm saying. Whenever it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Yeah. You got to just be willing to listen to God's voice so that you can know that person is really for you. Yeah. But I wanted to ask y'all, is there anybody else in your family who cooks?
In my family, I don't really come from a cooking family like his.
Okay.
He's going to break it down for you and his.
Yeah, that's the cooking family. Okay.
Mine, like my grandmother, she threw down. She threw down because we're originally from the South, so she threw down. But my mom, she just cooked to feed us. You know what I mean?
Just
Yeah, it wasn't really like we came together for different functions and everybody was cooking. It was just kind of like.
It wasn't festive.
Yeah, we got to eat. So it wasn't really a thing in my family.
Yeah, no, it was huge in our household and our family, just period. You know what I mean? Now, from my mom's side and my dad's side. My grandma was the one cooking. You know what I mean? It was a house full of probably about 12 people.
Yeah.
Me, my sisters, cousins, aunts, uncles, we all lived in the same crib. You know what I mean? And my
Wow.
grandma cooking meals,
Wow.
big meals every single day. You know what I mean? So it just came from that. And a lot of people in my family now, like they cook, you know what I mean, for like big like parties and stuff. We have a lot of parties and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So they're cooking, but nobody has ever took it to the scale that we have took it to.
And this is why I tell you, man, like our generation and even up under us are breaking generational curses.
Absolutely.
And I think that a lot of the family before us, we get a lot of judgment and slack from our elders because like we're breaking their generational curses, and sometimes we're doing things that they were too shy or too scared or not bold enough to do. And I do believe God just gives us a different grace. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I love them for what they did, but I think it's our job to break the curses and to really make it a business. As you were talking, I just felt like, you know, I got a relationship with God. He talked to me. I was just thinking like you have family in heaven who you're living their dream. Like their dream was a prayer unto God and they believed him for it. And a lot of them might have died without seeing it manifested, and they're watching it be manifested through you. And I think that that's part of the reason why it's such a passion for you. So that's just some encouragement to say keep going, and it's bigger than you. You got family generations really looking forward to everything that you're bringing into the world.
I
so
appreciate
keep that up.
I appreciate that, man. It's a big thing. Food in general is huge in the world. You know what I'm saying? And you know where we come from, it's not, you know, the greatest places on this earth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Pittsburgh.
And growing up in school, going to school, eating the type of lunches they eat. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And also to just being in family, like everything's soul food. You know what I'm saying? Everything is greens, fried chicken, macaroni all the time. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like you have to you have to broaden your mind on different things, like once you start to really dive into like food and stuff like that. But no, it's a gift, man. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
I love it.
Say something too, just off of what you said. Of encouragement to my husband. One of the things that really inspired me about him when we started getting into this business is when I really started to invest myself into him, I seen such a tremendous potential in him.
Wow.
Like it was like. I tell him this all the time.
No, you don't tell me.
Yes, I do.
He said, no, you don't tell me this all the time.
Yeah, no, she did. She did.
I do.
Yeah.
I tell him, I mean, I obviously seen on the outside.
Yeah.
But I seen so much more. Like, when we reflect on where we've come from to where God has allowed us to get now.
Yeah.
Where God has brought us now, I'm always like, just remember where you were. Like, when we met.
Now.
Everybody knew. There were so many people who knew you before me, who knew your talent before me, who have experienced your cooking before me. God chose me to be the one to take what He has given to you and make it more.
Wow.
Like that is always so special to me.
Yeah.
I didn't just see him as being like, oh, he can. Oh, my boyfriend can cook. I was like, you can really cook.
This is why it's so intentional to be with somebody who hears from God themselves, because then they're able to know what part they play in the relationship. Instead of you just picking somebody based off money or looks, you really got to pick somebody who really God ordained for you. So do you think y'all kids will follow in your footsteps? Well, first of all, how many kids do you have? Shout them out, say their names. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to our kids, man. Deshaun, Kyla, Eli, and little baby girl Ellie.
Yeah.
Shout out,
So we have 2 teenagers and 2 little ones.
Wow.
Our teenagers are he'll be 15.
Okay.
And she'll be 14.
Okay.
This month. And then we have a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old.
Wow.
Yeah, hit the reset button.
Yes.
Wow. 1 year. Like you just basically had
COVID.
Is that 2020?
Yeah, we were pregnant 2020. And I had her. What was it, 2021?
Yeah, COVID time.
So they say like pandemic babies are different. Do you think so?
Oh yeah, she's different.
For sure.
Yeah, she's
What do you
different.
think is the difference?
I mean, she's just special. I feel like they're growing a little faster. Like she's been walking for like 3 months.
Wow.
She's calm. She has like this calmness, sweetness about her.
Yeah.
She has just this really good spirit. I don't know. It's just, from having our teenagers.
Yeah.
They're different because they just seen so much more. I feel
Of course. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
and they're able to grow up a lot faster.
Yeah.
Be more mature.
It's a little different, yeah.
So I wanted to say, like, cooking and having your own business, it looks easy from somebody like me who just sees food, like, okay, they're going to go cook. But what are some things that you would tell some new business owners or some people who want to start a business, but they're too intimidated? Like, they're too intimidated because they're scared of it, but it looks easy. What is some good advice to them? And you could look in either camera and tell them.
That's crazy. We were just talking about this. It was yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. But I would just say, you know, just believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? And have the right people around you that believes in anything that you got going on. You know what I mean? It could be selling shirts. You could be painting canvases. You could be doing anything. Yeah. Just believe in yourself, first and foremost. You're going to have doubts. Don't get me wrong, but it's just hard work. This is not no Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. This is 24/7, 365.
Wow. True.
You know what I'm saying?
Entrepreneur life.
Yeah, when you go into like business full time, like it's a hard job, and a lot of people don't see that side of it. They just see the glitz and the glamour, the Instagram posts. But you don't know. Last week, we just used all our money to pay for the stuff that y'all see online.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
The investments.
You don't see maybe water's about to get cut off. You know what I'm saying? But you have to use that money to pay for your business for the next week. You know what I mean?
The sacrifices.
Yeah, you have to go without a haircut, go without your nails done, hair done. You know what I mean? It's a lot of sacrifice.
Wow.
You know?
Come on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My advice would be just from what I do for our company. I pray a lot.
That's what I was about to add. That's God. Listen.
I pray a lot. I don't want to do anything that's out of God's will. So when you go into business for yourself, have the right heart behind it. You know, if you go into business looking with a covetous spirit, or with a spirit of greed, or with a spirit of insecurity or selfishness, all these different things, and it's okay if you do, but you got to know that God is going to work them things out within you. If you want to reach the success that's in God's will for your life, you're going to go through different things so God can work that out for you. Because if your intention is to do it for the kingdom, it has to look a certain way. So for us, I pray a lot, and I'm patient. People don't know how much, I mean, we've cried together. We've been mad together. We've been mad at each other. You know, we've experienced a lot. But what keeps us going is just that, first of all, we didn't start this just for us. We started it with the foundation of God, on God. That's why we did it. Our initial merch had scripture on the back. Mark 9:32? If you believe, you can achieve it. No, it was like, if you believe, you'll have it. Seek God, and if you believe, you already have it. So we went into this like, this is for you, Lord. You know what I mean? We were like, how can we serve people? How can we serve each other? And when we fell off track, God was always there to put us back on track, and it was uncomfortable sometimes. So I just want to give the advice for you to know it'll be uncomfortable. It'll be slow sometimes. You might not have all this lavish, the money, materials, all those different things, but God will make sure you have just enough.
You got just enough.
You know what I mean? Pray, sacrifice, and when you feel yourself going into a place of just feeling defeated, just remember God just tells us, you know, don't envy those who are of the world. Who cares? Who cares what everything looks like for everybody else? Remember why you started it, and remember that God is always in control.
And just have tremendous faith, man.
Yeah, faith.
Just how you have faith waking up every single day, going to the job that you're going to now. Have that same faith in your own business and everything that you do, because God will take you where you need to be.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask y'all, what has serving others taught you? But I want to couple that with, like, how do you deal with jealousy and hate from people, whether it's family, friends, people who are just like, you know, being used basically by the enemy to hate or something. How do you deal with that? But also, what has serving other people taught you?
Serving other people, like, that's one of the main reasons why we do what we do. Because it's not only just for us. You know what I'm saying? This is for everybody that wants to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? It's for this is for everybody. You know what I mean? There's endless opportunities in whatever you do. I always tell people that if your boy or if your girl has a business or whatever that they do, just go do something. You know what I'm saying? If, for instance, if your boy got a barbershop, you don't know how to cut hair, just sweep the floor up.
Just help.
You know what I'm saying? Just help. Like, that's
help.
all
That's
you have
serving.
to do.
That's what I mean when I say,
you
like,
know?
serving other people. You know what I mean? It's so important to serve no matter what your craft or gift is. So what have it taught you?
I feel like God has always given me the spirit of serving.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like sometimes can be my thorn because I'm just like, my goodness, man. Because when you purely just have an intention to serve people, you're not always going to get it in return. So you get your heart broke a lot.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you get your feelings hurt a lot. So in serving, I have a natural joy for serving people. So, but that's what God has taught me, that I have a natural joy for serving people, and I can't let that be defined on how people reciprocate.
That's right.
But as far as like the jealousy and stuff, I try to encourage. Like I'm someone when it comes to the business, I let it roll off.
That's
like,
right.
For me, I let it roll off, and I try to encourage him to do the
same.
Yeah, sometimes he takes it a little bit
Yeah, I
more.
do take it. I take it a little bit more personal, but like now where I'm at
Bro,
now,
man, his feelings about it.
Yeah, I do. Like, oh, this man, my man ain't shared my joint, but he gonna share T.I. or Rick Ross joint, my joint. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, yeah.
But it's one thing like you can't control. Like who's for you is gonna be for you, regardless. You know what I'm saying? And it's just sad situation that us as black people, we don't never want to help the next person out or pull the next person up. It's always their stuff is too high. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the way they do things. You know what I'm saying? Or you just might know them. You know what I'm saying? And they're at where you're at. I mean, they're above you, or you're at where you're at, but you're just like, well, how did they get there?
Yeah.
Just ask. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Don't be jealous about what anybody is doing out here. Like, if you want to come get along on the train, then just ask. Like I said, you don't have to do everything.
Yeah.
You could do something.
I think, like, that's so true. Black people have a hard time with uplifting each other sometimes, but I want to break that stereotype. And I think that it becomes, like, a competition thing. And I think it's really, like, just passed down generationally just based off of the whole, like, slavery thing and how, like, that whole narrative played. You know what I mean? People played black people against themselves. But we're in a different time, so we're breaking that. And that's the reason why I wanted to use my platform to pray for business owners, for people who were just in my city. So how did y'all feel about that prayer video I did?
Oh, no. So I'm not frequently on social media.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't been on social media in like 6-7 months. I take like long gaps away from
Yeah,
social
she don't really do it.
Just because for my personal relationship with Christ, I know that social media can be a distraction.
Wow,
so
okay.
I have no problem cutting it off
Wow.
and making sure that I'm intentional about my relationship with God.
Come on.
But so he showed it to me, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so nice," because that doesn't happen.
No, that's what's needed.
Like, it's almost like unfamiliar. You'd be like,
"Wow."
Yeah, that's what's needed. Like,
I really
in order, we appreciate that, and for you to take your time out and do something like that. You know what I'm saying? That means a lot. Like, that let us know, like, oh, we got, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's somebody else out here that feels the same way that we feel. You know what I'm saying? That loves us, that wants to see us win, and also he wants to win as well. So let's just bring it together.
Pray for one of the best things you can do for somebody
is pray.
Just pray for them, man. And then spend some money with them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't just pray for me. Spend some money. Come and support. Like, uplift me. But then you got to realize, too, that everything you give comes back to you. God says you will reap what you sow. Yeah. So if you're sowing negativity and jealousy, that's what eventually is going to come back to you. But if you show love, you uplift people, that's what's going to come back to you, man.
Keep a pure heart.
Keep a pure heart. So I wanted to ask y'all a question. Like, with everything that you're doing and everything that is going into play, with everything that's working out, how does God play a part? Well, you kind of answered this, which is why I was stumbling over my words. I was about to say, how does God play a part in just the process of the way that you cook? Like, it's like, do you pray about the menu and stuff, or do you just kind of be led by the Spirit and create whatever?
I'll just be led.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
It also comes back to the beginning.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? To like, there's no thought process into it. Like, I know I have the talent and I have the gift. So these hands right here are magic.
Or the gift.
You know what I'm saying? Like these.
Because they're just the gift.
Like,
this is what attracted me to him.
His hands.
His hands. I
see, you
tell
never
him all
know.
the time, like, I love his hands.
You know, it's like you can't be afraid to use your gift and your talents. You know what I mean? So that's how God motivates me to keep going.
Look, I'm sorry.
I just wanted to mention our business is multifaceted. So our food service management company, we serve daycares, K through 12, elementary schools, private schools.
Wow.
So when you go into school, wherever your kids go to school, the lunch that they receive, that's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
So we are the lunch provider, the breakfast provider, the snack provider, the after school provider in schools. Wow. And all around the Pittsburgh region. And then we have another division where we cater. So when we cater, Nolan gets to really have a freedom in catering. So
that makes sense.
We're able to kind of be more loose.
Yeah, that's when I could use my thought process to be like, okay, let's do
I'm
this.
so glad that you specified that for us and you gave us a direction as far as what each thing meant, because I really didn't have familiar information on it.
Yeah, because we're the only Black-owned food service management company in Pittsburgh.
And they're
maybe
on a
even
freedom
in
experience.
Pennsylvania.
Listen to that, man.
Western
That's a big deal. Like,
it is.
Just say one more time what it is you do, because I want people to I want it to register in their mind. People overlook this stuff, but tell them, like, give a brief description of the name of your company, what it is that you do, all of that stuff really fast.
I can take this.
Yeah. This is you.
We are a Black-owned, a God-led food service management company. It's FSMC for short. That is a company that provides the snack, lunch, breakfast, after school snack, after school dinner to all daycare, learning facilities, schools, all through Pittsburgh public schools, K through 12, private schools. And just to stretch it a little further, you'll even see companies like ours inside of stadiums. You'll see us inside of senior living facilities. Come on. All these things. The division that we have currently, we're just in schools and daycares, but we provide those meals to students so that we wanted to come into this so that they would have healthy, nutritious, home-style food at home, because so many kids go to school and we don't understand that that's their only meal. Mm-hmm. Wow. So we really wanted to go into this where when we're feeding these kids, we're giving them something satisfying and filling. So that's what we do in this, but we also cater, and that's how we started, catering weddings, and we started in weddings and and like bridal showers, those type of things, but we had something deeper that we wanted to do. We wanted to create relationships that you can't really easily get away from. Yeah. So for our catering division, we started to really do corporate catering. We got really deep into the corporate catering world so that we can build long-lasting relationships with these corporations, because they have food budgets for the year. The
resources.
That's right. Food budgets for the year.
Come
and
on.
They feed their staff. They have luncheons. They have summer events. They have guest appearances. They have ribbon cuttings. Mm-hmm. So why not have one company that you go to for every event? We became that company.
I'm so proud of them. Yeah. Like, if you could just see, like, there's so much stuff that they do that you got, like, this interview wouldn't even been able to give you all the time. I need you to follow them. Give your contacts, like your socials or something.
Instagram, Cooks Catering LLC.
We'll put that on there.
Another Instagram, Cooks Culinary MT. Facebook, Cooks Culinary LLC, and Cooks Catering LLC on Facebook.
Yeah, we'll give it to you to put it
in. Yeah, I'll put it in the description because bro chopped and screwed that up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's keep it a stat.
Too many cooks.
We should have asked Asia to say it, but it's okay.
He does all the social media.
Yeah, I do all the
He's excellent. I mean, he in the social media, so I knew he would have it off the top.
Yeah. But I wanted to say, man, so just to keep it real with the audience, right? I know sometimes because y'all work together, you're always together. How hard is it to shift gears to get into like husband and wife mode instead of like, you know what I mean, business partner mode?
Well, can I start with that?
Yeah.
It's very challenging at times. It is. So that's been something that that's something that keeps us going back to God.
Oh,
you know how God has
love
that keeps you going back, because if you're too perfect, you feel like you won't need Him.
Come on.
That's the thing that keeps us coming back to God. Because when you're in a position where you're running a business, one of the challenges for us is he's in the field, I'm in the back office. So sometimes maybe he feels like I'm not doing a lot because he doesn't see all that I do, and then maybe sometimes I feel like he's doing too much because I oversee what he does. So the different challenges that it comes with, God has literally taught us, like, you stay in your lane. You stay in your lane. I gave you this gift. I gave you this gift. So, but once, and it's hard to transition when you're at home, because when you're an entrepreneur, you're, like he said, it's 24/7.
Yeah.
So
like kids and everything. Like that's different. Yeah,
it's
you gotta
24/7. So we've had to actually create boundaries to where we're like business is done for today.
That's it. Don't talk to me about it. We're done.
Yeah, we've had to do that.
Wow. Like, set boundaries. Be
man.
intentional about your time and your relationship.
Yeah, you have to be.
Yeah.
So we'll find ourselves at 3:00 in the morning, like, hey, the client last week, they said that they wanted him. Like, yeah, what
did you
order? Like, cut that out. Like, it's over.
Yeah.
For
and
them.
then sometimes if he'll do it to me, and sometimes I'll do it to him. Not right now.
Yeah. So look, I wanted to play a game with y'all. I don't know if y'all want to write this down and do it that way, or if you just want to answer the question. What you want to do?
Please answer.
You want to just answer? All right, we'll just answer it. So it's a game that's called What's My Fave? You feel me? What's my fave? Let's go. So what's my favorite thing to do to relax? Now he has to say it, and then you say if that's correct or not.
Okay.
And then vice versa. You ready? Mm-hmm. So what's basically her favorite thing to do to relax?
Kids gone. That's number one.
Okay. Not the kids gone.
Kids gone is number one.
Kids got a dip.
No business involved. Candles lit. The windows open.
Yep.
And just like silence.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
And just sometimes watching devotionals and stuff like that, or like reading about like scriptures in the Bible and stuff like that. That's what like calms her.
So, is that right?
Spot on.
Spot on. Okay.
I love silence and I love to read.
Okay, so what's his favorite thing to do to relax?
So for him,
keep it real, bro. If she get it wrong, tell us.
For him, I would say we have a garage, and it's like his personal space.
His little his little man cave.
I feel like whenever he really needs to relax, he'll go out there and he'll spend time out there to himself, and no matter how long that is, until he's able to get himself
together,
down and debrief within himself, debrief with God, whatever he needs to do. I feel like that's his thing. He does relax.
Is that?
You add Call of Duty.
Okay. So she got it wrong. Well, basically, she got it wrong.
She got it right, but she. You know what I mean?
But mine is Call of Duty. Yeah. So Call of Duty calms you down and relaxes you.
Yeah.
Have you been playing like that Call of Duty since you was a kid, or is that something you like?
I always grew up with gaming systems.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Since I was a little kid, I had every gaming system that there was, and everybody in my family had them. So I just grew up on it. Yeah, tweaked out.
All right. What's my favorite movie or show to watch? Hold on. You tell me what's her favorite movie or show to watch.
Sex and the City.
Sex and the City?
Just say that.
That's just a favorite movie, favorite episode?
That's it.
All right.
I do love Sex and the City.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's one of them. It's definitely one
That's
of them.
the top.
All right. That's the first and top one.
Yeah.
All right. What's the second one?
Bob's Burgers.
Oh, I love Bob's Burgers.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
So these are your favorite shows or TV shows to watch, movies or TV shows? Mm-hmm. All right, bet. Vice versa. What's his favorite TV show and what's his favorite movie to watch?
What is it? Prison Break is one of them.
Is that a TV show or a movie?
That's
a TV show.
TV show, okay.
Prison Break.
Is that on Netflix?
What is that on?
No, it might be on Hulu. Might be on Hulu.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah,
it's on Hulu.
Yeah.
I knew I heard of it. I'm thinking Netflix. No.
First 48.
Yeah.
He loves First 48.
Yeah.
He be First 48 be wild,
yeah,
bro.
It be wild.
They really be
wild.
telling in the first 48.
Yeah,
They try to go to sleep to that.
Like I'll turn it on at night and just go to sleep. Like it'd be interesting, you know what I mean? Just watching stuff go on like that. You know what I mean?
Those are the top.
The two?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, is there anything else?
No.
But well, for him, he likes a lot of. He likes movies and shows. He gets
he's a TV person.
Yeah, all the new stuff that comes out.
Wow.
That's
him.
Yeah.
All right, this is the last one. What's my favorite dish to make? What's his favorite dish to make? Yeah, we gonna get into it.
What's
keep it a stack too, bro.
Can it kind of be like, what's your favorite food too?
That was really the next part of the game, but we could say what's your favorite food and what's your favorite dish to make.
All right, because he loves chicken salads or like steak salads. That's
his favorite food.
Favorite food.
Okay, is that right, bro?
Yeah.
All right, bet.
But his favorite dish to make. I'm gonna go on a whim. I'm gonna say pepper steak and rice.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah,
Is that the favorite one?
Yeah.
She know her husband. Like, I don't think you did get one thing wrong to Call of Duty.
Kinda.
It's cool, but she's still knowing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, vice versa.
I'll probably say favorite thing to make.
Yeah.
That's tricky because I don't cook a whole
And her
lot.
favorite
is
food.
breakfast.
Is her favorite food to eat or favorite
to make.
Yeah.
Breakfast
Okay, is
food.
that because it's easy?
No, I love breakfast.
For
No,
real?
She loves it, yeah.
What's her favorite food to make?
Well, no, that's the make.
Breakfast.
The breakfast.
Okay,
yeah,
what
yeah,
about
to
the
make?
eat? Like that you
Cajun
make?
chicken pasta.
Oh yeah, he makes a fire Cajun chicken pasta.
They making me hungry. See, man, this is what I'm saying.
Fire
What?
from scratch.
Is that your favorite though? Keep it a bean.
My favorite to eat or to make. That's to eat. Yeah, it would have to be. It would have to be because there's really nothing else that I could say
That you could really think about.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Y'all passed the test. And besides
Yeah,
you with the
that's it.
Call of Duty, they passed the test. So they're really like, this means that God really put them together. Come on the show, and then I'll let you know if you're really. It's like, no, I'm playing.
Tap in, man.
No, I'm messing. All right, so y'all know I like to close the show out with words of wisdom. So that's whenever you tell the people something that's like a mantra, something that you live by, something that really means something near and dear to your heart. What's your words of wisdom?
Man, I guess my words of wisdom. I have this thing on my on our dresser that says God is in control.
Ooh.
And every now and again I'll get a glimpse of
Yeah.
it, and I'm just like, it's such a good reminder. So I just want to say to whoever's watching this, God is in control. I just want you to know that God loves you.
Wow.
You know, it was a turning point in my own personal life when I really understood just how much God loves us, how much He loves us. He gave His Son who died for our sins, and I know we've done disgusting things in our past, and to know that God wanted a way for us, that it was a game changer for me because I haven't always been a woman that you see right now. So my advice and my mantra is just to just know that God is in control. He's always with you, and that no matter what you're enduring, you're never not good enough for God. You're never not good enough for God, because that means that Jesus' sacrifice was for nothing, and it wasn't for nothing.
Listen, mic drop. Like that right there was the whole episode. Like that was fire. Like you gotta come on and just give your testimonial, like for the Freedom Experience. Y'all gonna see them again on here, maybe even individually, so I could really get into their business and they could really share the gems. You feel me?
Sure.
But what you just said, man, like God is in control. We all have done things that are disgusting, or just not of Christ, and to know that the blood of Jesus will cover that.
Yes.
And that it's worth it, so that you don't have to feel like condemned and unlike recoverable, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just crazy.
Like nobody would have me when that's not true. That's not true.
Unfixable, unreproachable. Like that's a blessing. I love that. So make sure y'all realize, man, God is in control. Absolutely. All right, bro, what you think?
I'll just keep what she said.
No, bro. I'm making you have your own. Your own words of wisdom. See, this is what I'm saying.
I would just say, number one is just keep God first.
Okay.
In everything that you do.
I'll take that one, yeah.
And believe in yourself. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people, way down on themselves, think they ain't good enough. Just social media, what you see out in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't pay attention to that. God created you to be who you are. You know what I mean? One individual. There's nobody else like you. You know what I mean? So keep God first. You know what I mean? Stay true to yourself. Keep a pure heart. You know what I'm saying? And just show love to anybody that you might meet. No matter the color they are, doesn't matter age. You know what I mean? Just show love to the next person, like, because that can change their life.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yep.
That part. So, y'all know what mine is, man. It's time, find freedom. It's time.
Find
God.
Man, I love y'all so much. Thank you for tuning in. Y'all will definitely have my brother and my sister back so that y'all can be able to get to know them better. But, man, I really want y'all to hit my brother up for catering.
Yeah, that's coming,
and
man.
Just, you know what I'm saying, get affiliated with anything that they have going on, because these are God's people. And to be connected with them is to be connected with God.
Can I mention how to help us?
Yeah, come on.
A lot of people, think because we're caterers, the best way to help us is to support our catering business. But actually, for our food service management company, right now in this economy, the food resources are very slim and it's very increased and elevated. I mean, if you have any resources that can tap us into, food banks or ways that we can get things in for the students to try and endure or just indulge rather, contact us, because we come across a lot of children. You can even donate coats, hats, sweaters, shoes, whatever you can think of for children, because we are connected to children in our community and we can get that stuff to them. So it's not just through the catering that we can be supported.
It's in all any way that you want to support.
Any way is a blessing.
Their contact information is going to be in the bio and the description. But man, I thank y'all so much for sticking around. I know this episode was a little bit long, but we family. This is what we do. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. But until next time, we love you. Find freedom. Find God.
Find God.
Let's go. Peace.
The Freedom Experience.